Alright, in DC deck building, I have 9 different cards out here. They represent all the different types of cards. There's really only 5 basic types, but there's several cards that are of note. So let's take a quick peek before we start. There are the starter cards. Those are what you get to begin the game, and they are not worth any victory points. Then there are weaknesses. Weaknesses are worth negative victory points. And then we have the 5 basic types of cards, although I know there's 6 there. We have villains, heroes, equipments, locations, and superpowers. The 6th card there is a supervillain. Now the supervillain has a different meaning, but it also counts as a villain. And with that, now that we see what kind of cards we're working with, we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to jump in here and play a quick game. Alright, what we have here is a basic setup for the game. These 5 cards here, that is called the lineup. This here is called the main deck. And then those 3 stacks back there are called the stacks. This is Ferg from Blurred Words. I'm sitting here with Farley's library.
Need a book, come take a look.
Yep, and he's going to sit with me really quick, and we're going to go through a quick few minutes of a game of DC deck building. If you love superheroes, I think you'll really like this game. I went through the setup already in the interest of time because my man is very busy. I don't know why, but I guess he calls himself busy. So the first thing we need to do is we take our 10 starter cards, we shuffle them, and we draw 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That goes there. This is my hand. I'm gonna play with my hand revealed. Not that it's gonna make much difference because he's beaten me, I think, in every game that we've played on camera, and so it probably won't be any different.
Probably not.
Probably not. We've chosen champions or avatars. I've chosen Wonder Woman. Well, actually, he didn't choose Superman, but I know that he loves Superman, so we gave him. Why don't you go first, sir?
All right, I've got 1 vulnerability. I always get some. They don't give me anything. But I've got 4 punches. That's 4 powers. Superman's ability allows me to get a +1 for each different superpower I play. So I'm up on the lookout for superpowers. X-ray vision is a superpower. I can buy that. I'm going to buy that. It goes at the top of my discard pile. And I pull 5 more cards.
Okay, and then we replenish the lineup. And really quick, let me explain what's going on here. These are your starter cards. Every card has a victory point value and a cost. Your starter cards, you just got them for free, so they didn't cost anything. The way you purchase cards in the DC deck building game is you use power as your currency. So when you play a card, it's usually worth a certain amount of power that it produces, and you buy other cards. For instance, this one costs 3. And so with that, I am going to play 2 vulnerabilities, which give me nothing, and 3 punches, which give me 1, 2, 3 power. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this Nth Metal card. It's an equipment. I'm going to put those cards in my discard pile. I'm going to replenish the lineup and draw my cards, and it is Farley's turn.
All right. This hand, not so well. I got 2 vulnerabilities in this hand, and only 3 punches. So what I can buy is Robin, or I can buy a kick, which is a superpower. Robin allows me to +1, and allows me to put equipment from my discard pile into my hand. I don't have any equipment. I do have Superman. I'm taking the kick. It's a superpower. Goes on the top of my discard pile. I don't have any cards left, so I got to shuffle and then pull 5 new cards.
Okay. Well, in the interest of time, I will go ahead. Just as my man said, when you have no deck to pull from, this is a DC deck building game, so you take your discard pile, you shuffle it, and then that becomes your deck. So he's got his 5 cards. I have 1 vulnerability and 4 punches. Well, my champion or my avatar, I get bonuses for buying villains. And unfortunately, I have 4 power. I can't afford a villain, so I'm going to buy the power ring. That is 3. Extra power just falls off at the end of the turn, so that goes in my discard pile. I am going to shuffle and turn this over for him, and it will be his turn.
All right, I got a vulnerability. Oh, down 3 minutes. Down 3 minutes. I got a vulnerability. I've got 3 punches, so that's 3 power points. Plus, I've got X-ray vision, which is a superpower. Now, X-ray vision does a number of things. Well, one actually. It allows me to look at the top deck, or the top card in the deck of my opponent, and I can use that card. So, flip that card over. It's a punch. It'll give me another power. He gets to keep the card, but I can use it. So I've got 4 powers now. Superman adds a +1 for each superpower I play, each different superpower. That gives me 5. Now, Ferguson's, hero needs villains to work. So I'm going to play Screw Your Opponent, take the Scarecrow. So he cannot use it. Besides, the Scarecrow gives me +2 power, and it has an attack. So if I play that, each opponent gains a weakness. We're going to throw that on the top of my discard pile. Replenish.
Okay.
Take 5 new cards.
Okay. It's my turn. I'm going to play 2 vulnerabilities. I've got 2 punches, so that's 2 power. Then I've got Nth Metal. That gives me 1 power, so that's a total of 3. I also get to look at the top card, even though I already know what it is. It's a punch. I have the option of destroying it. I'm going to actually destroy it. It's not worth any victory points, and it's removed from the game. Yep. I'm going to destroy the punch. Less cards. Yep.
There's a strategy in that.
There's some strategy. I've got 3 power. I am going to take Kid Flash and put that in my discard pile. We'll replenish the lineup. Oops. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
Deck, go ahead.
I've got 2 vulnerabilities, 3 punches. So I can buy a kick or I can buy Catwoman. They both give me 2 power. The kick is a superpower, and Superman's power works with superpower. I'm going to buy the kick. Got 2 cards. I need 3 more.
Look at you adding.
I can do some math, man. Some. Minimal.
I'm the math teacher. You're the English teacher. You can do
Which is
something.
why you couldn't read the Green Lantern card.
Yes, that is fair. That is correct. That is why I cannot read. Yes. Reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental.
Yes. Okay. Now it's my turn. I've got 4 punches and 1 vulnerability, so that gives me 4 power. I'm going to jump in with these 2 Catwomen, and they go right here. I get 1 card, and then I'm going to shuffle. And while I'm shuffling, I'm going to put those 2 cards out there, and then that will be your turn, sir. So I get these 4 cards.
I don't have any vulnerabilities in this hand. This is a good hand. I do have 3 punches. That's 3 powers. Then I've got my kick. That's 2 more powers, giving me 5 powers. X-ray vision. He has to flip over the top card in his deck.
Vulnerability.
I will not be using that. Superman gives me +1 for each superpower, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I've got 7 powers. I will buy the high-tech hero because if I use a superpower or equipment, he's +3 power. Got a few superpowers. I've got 4 more left. I think I will buy another kick. Increase my power, chances of using a superpower when he's out there.
Not a bad turn for you, sir.
Not bad at all.
I'll replenish the lineup, and then I will flip that over because I know what that is. And then here we go. I've got 1 vulnerability. I've got Catwoman for 2 power, 2 punches, so that's 4 power. Then I've got Power Ring. It says reveal the top card of my deck. I already knew what it was, so I don't get the bonus. It says if it costs 1 or greater, you get 3, otherwise 2. So I get 2 power. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 power. And remember, I get bonuses for playing villains, not a villain in sight. So I guess I'm going to take this one and this one.
All right.
And then let's replenish the lineup for Farley. Just making things easier for you. And then I need to take 5 cards. Go ahead, sir.
I have 3 vulnerabilities. That's a crap
excellent hand.
I do have 1 power, and I do have that villain I stole from Ferg, which has an attack. So I'm going to attack Ferg, and he's going to get a weakness unless he has a defense, which I don't believe he does.
Okay, I do not have a defense.
So he's going to take this weakness. Now, weaknesses don't give you anything necessarily. They take away from your victory points.
Weakness reduces your victory points at the end of the game. So yes, that's a bad thing.
So I have 3 power points. There's a superpower out there, super speed. So I'm going to take it.
Okay, let me see super speed real quick. What he was just saying was, if I had a defense, for instance, super speed is a card that it says defense, and then there's something that you can do to defend against an attack.
Now, I got 4 cards, so I got to shuffle to get the 5th one.
I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to play mine. I've got 1 vulnerability, 3 punches, and a nth mental. So that's 3, 4, and then I get to look at my top card and possibly destroy it. No, we're not going to destroy that. I have 4 power. I need villains. I cannot get a villain to save my life, but I'm going to hate draft on him and take the superpower that costs 4. Put that in there.
Called screw your opponent.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to shuffle 4 or 5. And then that would be replenish the lineup, and it's your turn, sir.
All right, I got a good hand. I got 3 punches. That's 3 power. I got my super speed. That allows me to draw a card. So I'm going to draw another card. Look at that. X-ray vision. He has to flip over his top card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My top card is a punch.
I will use that. That gives me 4 power. Now these 2 don't give me any power. But I have my kick. That's 5, 6 power. Superman gives me +1 for every different superpower. So that's 7, 8, 9 power points. So I'm going to buy Ra's al Ghul, who's the first supervillain that we have. He's a +3 power. And he doesn't die. You know, he never dies. So he always goes at the bottom of my deck. So there's Ra's al Ghul. I'll be getting him
And before you do that, let's explain. Really quick, the way you end the game is by purchasing all the supervillains. We are doing a really short game. We have 2 supervillains. So him purchasing that is making this game end really quickly. I don't think I'm ever going to win one of these games. Why do I like this game so much? You beat me every time.
I don't know.
Okay, you all set? So now it's my turn. Oops, flip that back over. I got 1 vulnerability. I've got 2 punches.
Wait.
Oops, yeah, my fault. Yeah, we gotta wait. Yep, thank you
so
for that.
So this supervillain has first appearance attack. It says each player discards a top card of his deck. If you discard a top card that costs 1 or more, choose 1. You can destroy it or discard your hand.
Okay. Well, I have a punch. I'm okay with discarding it. He has a vulnerability.
I have a vulnerability. I'm definitely fine with discarding that.
Destroy it or discard it? No, it said destroy it. It said choose 1, destroy it or discard your hand.
I'm destroying that.
Yep, they removed.
We're destroying that.
Yep.
Okay. I appreciate that.
That's all right. Yeah. But that's the thing. When you flip over cards besides Ra's al Ghul, the villains have that first appearance attack. So vulnerability. I've got 2 punches. I've got a Catwoman for 2 power. Then I've got Kid Flash with draw a card. And that lets me draw this power ring that says reveal the top card of your deck. It is Mira. And so that does have a cost of 1 or greater. So this is worth 3 power. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And as I said before, let's play the hate game. So I'm going to take that power, that superpower. We're going to replenish the lineup. And I'm going to draw 5 new cards. 1, 2,
now,
3, 4,
let me show
5.
you why hate never pays. This is the awesome hand. I got a punch. I got my superpower kick. That's another 2 power. That's 3 power. There's another kick. That's 4 or 5 powers. I got my hero. If I use a superpower, he's 3. So that's 8 powers. 1 vulnerability. Not so bad. I always get them. But Superman gives me 1 point for every different superpower. So I get 1 point because I played a kick. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 powers. I'm going to buy this supervillain, and that's going to end this game.
That was a very quick game. But yes, that ends the game. And now what you do to finish it is you take your cards and you pull out the starter cards because they are definitely worth 0 victory points. And then I just couldn't get Wonder Woman to start off for me. Sorry, babe. Okay. So weakness, that gives me a negative victory point. So I'm going to be -1, and then I add all of these victory points together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this nice little weakness here gives me 9. So I had a total of 9 victory points. And then Farley's got to calculate his.
My wife called.
Just
That has to
remember.
take precedence.
Yes, sir. Just remember to
So,
hit your mark. Yep.
there is 4 victory points. My other supervillain is
Ra's al Ghul is probably at the bottom of your deck.
There he is. There is 4 more. That's 8 victory points. No victory points for the starter cards. So 1 victory points. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot of zeros. 13, 14, 15 victory points.
So that would mean he won again. Why do I like this game again?
You like losing? Losers usually do.
Yeah, evidently. Well, thank you, Farley, and I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm going to give a free copy of the DC Deck Building game away. So like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check out my webpage, blurwords.com. I hope you enjoyed this quick video, watching me getting my tail whomped. If you like superheroes like I do, check out DC Deck Building. Take care. Blur Words out.